What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barça Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We do have some big topics to discuss. Firstly, in regards to the pivot position, we do have more updates from yesterday's videos in regards to the meetings that took place for Kimmich and Zubimendi and what the plan is right now from Barcelona's perspective. We also have huge updates in regards to Barcelona's plan and also the future of the left wing position at Barcelona. We have an update on the two potential signings, of course, of Dani Olmo, Nico Williams, but also on the future of Joao Felix and Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati being adamant that he wants to stay at Barcelona, wants to fight for his place, wants to be on preseason. Joao Felix's future depends on what happens in the left wing. If worst case scenario, we sell Ansu, we can't get Dani Olmo, we can't get Nico Williams, Joao Felix might end up staying. We actually have an update on the future of both the Joaos, Cancelo and Felix, how Barcelona right now are still in limbo. They have no idea what they're doing, so we'll give you guys updates about that. Big contract renewal update on Pau Cuarsi, and one of the biggest news is around the sale of Raphinha, where Barcelona are open to selling Raphinha and will put him on the market and will sell him for the right price. But with Raphinha not having an agent, that might have some big complications in regards to his exit this summer. Also have some big updates on the new deal with Nike, and final images of the third kit have been leaked as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by LU Soccer. LU Soccer is one of the most versatile replica jersey websites on the market. They have a variety of different items from different clubs, from CONCACAF, Serie A, Bundesliga, Ligue 1. They have a jersey from any country, any league, basically in the world. And of course, they do have some Barcelona merchandise. I do have here two items they have sent me, which I think is absolutely fantastic. One is this limited edition black kit. I believe this was a concept. It looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, it has the Spotify logo there, and also this one is what caught my eye the most. It is this kind of retro. It has the first ever badge for Barcelona in the middle there as well. It looks so sick, and they have different options very similar to this one for all different clubs and country. So what are you waiting for? Hit the top link in the description down below and check out LU Soccer today for the best prices and also the best quality. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, firstly, we do have an update from the big story from yesterday's video, and that is Barcelona's pursuit to sign Xavi Simon via a loan deal this summer. Now, Roger Fernando Martinez from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona like Xavi Simon, and he has a clause in his contract which enables him to choose the club in case of being loaned by PSG. Knowing that Barcelona are very interested in him, the player and his agent have a pending meeting with PSG. He is doing his part and is willing to fulfill his dream of playing for the Barcelona first team. As of now, a loan is only possible way of seeing Xavi Simon returning to Barcelona. PSG would ask for at least 100 million euros for a transfer deal, so that is definitely ruled out for now. I believe that PSG have to agree to loaning Xavi Simon as well as part of this clause. I think if both parties agree to a loan, he can pick where he goes. Not saying that, oh, I want to go out on loan to Barcelona, then PSG say, wait, we want to keep you in the first team. So complications, but I think what's very clear is that if there is a loan deal, Xavi Simon himself can choose where he goes. Now, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo also confirmed the news, saying that Xavi Simon's aim is a Barcelona move. If PSG decides to send him out on loan again, they must respect the player's wish. In this aspect, his agent will speak to El Khalifi soon and ask him about this. So again, PSG still have a big card here. They have to, of course, accept loaning Xavi Simon. I think, honestly, Luis Enrique will probably want him in the first team next season. That's always been the plan, especially when Mbappe was leaving in January. All the reports then were saying that, oh, he's going to be the replacement for Mbappe, essentially. Now, Bild in Germany, of course, the top source in Germany, of course, he's right now playing for RB Leipzig in Germany. They've come out saying that Xavi Simon could be available on the transfer market this summer for just 60 million euros. I don't know if this 100 million euros is a Barcelona price, and this is 60 million is the price for everyone else, which again would not surprise me with the relationship between Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain, but we will wait and see. I think both parts of the party here do have a big role. Xavi Simon can choose where he goes, wants the loan move, but PSG have to approve the loan move, not the destination per se, but the actual loan deal itself. what's clear is that Barcelona is interested in getting him on loan. He's interested in the move, but now we have to wait for PSG and their meeting with Xavi Simon to see what they do decide on his future. But the play for Barcelona is definitely there, but again, it's out of our hands. We're kind of waiting for that final decision between Xavi Simon and PSG. Now, with Xavi Simon not being a priority for Barcelona, of course, we'll wait and see how that develops. The main priority, of course, for the club is the signing of a pivot. We do have some updates from yesterday's video on more developments in that field. Firstly, on Martin Zubimendi, Sport have come out confirming the report from yesterday's video from Quigentes from the meeting between Zubimendi's agent and Barcelona, whom they conveyed their strong interest in the player. However, many things have to happen to invest in such a deal. As of today, it's more of a dream than it is a reality, which again makes sense. So no real developments from yesterday, more so just confirmation that there was a meeting and that Barcelona are showing somewhat interest. We do also have an update on Martin Zubimendi. We also do have an update on Joao Kimmich as well, and Pau Cuarsi Sport came out saying that Kimmich is waiting for an offer from Barcelona. The German wants to play under Xavi despite pressure from Bayern Munich side for his renewal. Now, of course, I watched Kimmich last night. Bloody hell, man! Our pivot target is playing out right back. Look, I don't know what Xavi's plan is. Double pivot Kimmich, Kimmich as an inverted right back, being Cancelo completely. I have absolutely no idea. But if Xavi is planning to play Kimmich as a single pivot, so where, Christian's been playing over the past few weeks, where Romeo was supposed to play, where Busquets was playing last season, he will be a massive, massive flop. Very, very unreliable defensively as well from the last few games I've seen against Arsenal in the Champions League, against Real Madrid in the Champions League as well. So just those two games that really did not defend too well. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is per se. If, we do bring in Kimmich, will I be excited? Honestly, not really, but I'll wait and see how Xavi does use it. I think Kimmich is a good player. If we're talking, him coming on a free deal, I'd absolutely take it, of course. There's no risk in it, but when you're spending 30, 40 million, there's, of course, that major, major risk factor. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. I kind of hope that Bayern Munich prices out of a move. They might already ask for like 50, then I'm going to be screaming, just spend extra 10 million and get Zubimendi at that point. So we'll wait and see how things do turn out in this pivot position. But again, there's been a lot of developments recently over the past 24 hours in regards to Martin Zubimendi and, of course, Joao Kimmich. Now, staying on the topic of the midfield, we have also been linked with another interior alongside Xavi Simon, and that is Bernardo Silva. Now, 90-minute football in the UK have come out saying that Manchester City's Bernardo Silva wants his future resolved by the end of the Euros of 2024, and continuing links with Barcelona, and he has, of course, a £50 million, or at least clause in his contract, at 60 million euros, which is the currency, of course, that Barcelona do operate in. Look, again, the interest is there. We'll wait and see. I fail to see the pros on bringing in Bernardo Silva. I see way more cons than I see pros. It just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. I'd rather spend 60 million on Dani Olmo, and I said that a month ago. I said that 2 months ago, and I'll say it today. I'd rather spend 60 million euros on Dani Olmo than Bernardo Silva, but we'll wait and see if any of this interest develops. Again, it's mainly coming in from Xavi's perspective as well. He's the one that's kind of pushing internally according to sources. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. But again, definitely he will not be a priority for Barcelona. He's definitely going to be, kind of the icing on the cake signing during this transfer window. Now, along with reinforcing the midfield, another big priority for Barcelona this summer, of course, is to sign and also resolve the future of the left wing position. Now, Pau Cuarsi from Sport has come out saying that Xavi isn't convinced with Joao Felix, and the coach prioritizes Nico Williams or Dani Olmo ahead of Joao Felix. If neither of them arrive, the Portuguese could stay. I have no issue with that whatsoever. We're hearing a lot from the Madrid media, the Atletico Madrid media, about Joao Felix's future. Oh, Atletico Madrid don't want him. He doesn't stay at Barcelona. They're going to try and strip him off, Saudi, wherever. That's not my problem, to be honest. What my problem is that his future at Barcelona, will it be a yes? Will it be a no? We do have an update on it. Actually, I'll bring that in right now very, very quickly. TV3, Catalonia Radio, are reporting that the continuation of both Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo at Barcelona are uncertain right now. So I think anything can happen in that regard. I think, of course, with Cancelo, I think just all the jibber-jabber. I think with Cancelo, it's more so about the formula of keeping him than the profile of the player. I think with Felix, it's both. But again, if we can't get our primary targets and it's Felix or nothing, I'll take it. Of course, we do have Ansu Fati, who we will talk about later on. My stocks are hopefully rising in that regards. But again, I have no problem with this. I personally would have Dani Olmo ahead of Joao Felix on the left wing, to be honest. And of course, Nico Williams, absolutely clear. I think of both Dani Olmo and Joao Felix. But neither of them come. We keep Joao Felix and maybe invest that money somewhere else. I wouldn't be too phased by it. As long as Barcelona really try to go get a left winger, maybe try and get one more player apart from Dani Olmo, Nico, and all three of them flop, we can't get them, then you keep Felix, I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. Now, quickly on Dani Olmo, according to Bild, of course, in Germany, which we talked about earlier on with Xavi Simon, of course, they do play for the same club. They're reporting that Tottenham Hotspur have expressed an interest in signing RB Leipzig's Dani Olmo, and he, of course, has a €16 million release clause. So Tottenham Hotspur recently have been really lingering with a lot of our targets as of late. We had Lucas Bergvall, of course, back in January. We've had, players in the past summer as well. So, again, I think Dani Olmo, this is probably his time to leave RB Leipzig. If it's to Barcelona, cool. If it's not, to be honest, it does not bother me. I would bet a lot of money on seeing Dani Olmo as a Barcelona player in the future at some point, especially with Joan Laporta as a president. It could be this summer. It could be the following summer. It could be maybe when he's 30 and a free agent and we just need someone to come in and he comes in. I do think we will see Dani Olmo in a Barcelona shirt in the future. Will it be this summer though? That's a big question. So we'll wait and see what happens in regards to the left wing position with the formulas that we do currently have with these players. And again, keep your eyes on the future of the two Joaos as well, as right now there is a bit of uncertainty. Let's now discuss some of the updates around the future of some first team players at Barcelona. The first future update we do have is around Ansu Fati, and Candecer have come out with a big report saying that Ansu Fati would like to stay at Barcelona. That's his intention as of today. His idea is to come back this summer and do preseason under the new orders of Xavi, and that he wants to succeed at Barcelona. Look, if this man can just get on that plane to America, it's in his hands. And I have to, emphasize with Ansu, you've got to be patient. Don't do what you did last summer. Oh, you came off the bench against Getafe. Oh, loan request. I'm off to Brighton. I came on against Villarreal and I warmed up. I didn't come on. Him and Abdi absolutely threw their chances away of having any problems at Barcelona last season. If they both stayed, or one of them stayed, we genuinely maybe not even be looking for a left winger this summer. We can focus on a pivot. Maybe we can get a goalkeeper. Maybe we get make some moves in the striker. But no, we gotta focus on a left wing because Abdi and Ansu decided to call it quits 2 games into the season. He needs to have the right mindset. But again, with Ansu, I've got so much stock in him. I am considering cashing out soon. If he does not stay this summer, I'm going to be cashing out those stocks for sure. But I think Ansu's a brilliant talent. Again, with Brighton, he hasn't played in 2 months. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I don't know if it's because there's a clause in his contract about certain minutes. If they do, then they have to pay more. I don't know if the Zerbi just doesn't trust him whatsoever. I have no idea. If he can just get on that plane to America, again, we're going to have a thin squad on that U.S. tour because everyone's going to be, coming off the back of the Euros and the Olympics as well. So we won't have the full first team. There might be some players missing, especially deep on how far they get in the Euros, Copa America, stuff like that as well. So there's a high chance he's on that plane. If he's on that plane, go out there, prove yourself, perform well. There you go. Xavi might say, look, I want to keep you, but you might not be my first choice. Don't go, send me on loan to Sevilla. No, say, okay, coach, I'll stay here and work hard. This happens all the time. When there's a quality player at Barcelona, they are just not patient. It happens. I can name you 10 players over the past 10 years. Like, it could have gotten their opportunity if they were a bit more patient with their time, but no, they decided to call it quits. I think they're better. I'm not saying that Ansu thought that way. I think Ansu just thought, look, I'm not going to play this much this season. Might as well go somewhere else. But again, his time would have came. We had injuries. We had squad situations as well. And look, it could have been different for him. So we'll wait and see how things turn out this summer. But all my advice would be just get on that plane and survive to get on that plane to America and wait and see what the club's perspective is on him once he does return from loan. Now, one player's future that has taken not a shocking turn, but a surprising turn over the past 24 hours is the future of Raphinha. Now, this is coming in from Joaquim Pereira from Sport, the #1 source in regards to Brazilian players and Barcelona. He's yet to speak on the Victor Roque situation, so wait and see what he says on that and his sources. But he's come out speaking about Raphinha. He's dropped a bombshell as well. He's come out saying that Barcelona intends to put Raphinha on the market and hear offers for him in order to cash in some money and invest that money in signing a pivot. Saudi clubs are interested with offers that could reach around 80 million euros. The player, however, wants to stay. Let's analyze this. Now, I've seen a lot of people say Raphinha is so good. Look at him over the past 2 months. Goals against PSG, assist or goal like every game in the past 12 games. Raphinha is an absolutely fantastic player. I think he's done enough this season, in my opinion, to warrant continuing next season. But I don't think he's done enough to consider himself an untouchable. What I like about this report is that there is a price. We're not selling him just to sell him in cash out. We want to sell him for a good deal for the right price, around 80 to 90 million euros. I think that is fair. Now, what's going to be difficult about Raphinha, we talked about this a lot over the past few months, is that Raphinha does not have an agent, and that will have a big play in the situation. Again, Joaquin Barrera has come out saying that Deco and Xavi know that Raphinha has no intentions of leaving Barcelona. If the club intends to sell him, changing his mind will be the monumental task they have ahead of them. Moreover, since he does not have an agent, any possible talks will have to be face to face with him. Raphinha has made a final decision on not hiring any agent or any intermediate whatsoever. He is the only player in the Barcelona first team and Barca Athletic to have no agent, and this is a big brain play by Raphinha. So if Barcelona want to talk, negotiate, sell, they have to speak directly face to face with Raphinha. And that's going to be difficult because let's say, for example, Saudi Cup comes in, Deco goes to Raphinha. Of course, Deco was his former agent, so there could be something there, you know, some little connection, whatever the case may be. Deco can go to him and say, look, you should take this offer. We're going to accept it. You should go. And he says, no, I don't want to go. I'll see you here in preseason, boys. Then you go into preseason, and he's going to walk into preseason knowing that the sporting director of Barcelona came to his face and told him to get out. This is a big brain play by Raphinha. I thought personally, I heard some sources as well telling me that he was considering to hire Fini Zahavi as the agent, but looks like now that has fell through. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. Not only are Barcelona asking for a high transfer fee, but also Raphinha has no agent, so he'll be doing all the talking, all the negotiation, all the discussions will be directly with him, which does make the situation more complicated and more difficult as well. So wait and see. Again, I think Raphinha is a great player. I think, you know what, if you told me sell Raphinha, you get Zubimendi, I would be very tempted. I wouldn't say yes, do it right now, or no, I wouldn't do it. I would highly consider it. So if you tell me, oh, sell Raphinha for 90 million, you spend 60 on Zubimendi, you have another 30 to use on a left wing, or, you know, fullback, or a goalkeeper, or a striker. The reality is we need to sell players to improve the squad, and Raphinha is on that list for me where if a good offer comes in, I would consider it. You know, like for example, Raphinha, Ferran Torres. I would put Christensen on that list. I know that's a bit unpopular. Inigo, Eric Garcia, Clement Longley. Of course, you know, Felix and Cancelo, they're not really owned by us. Lewandowski as well. If someone offers, you know, 100 million for 90 million for Victor Roque, that might tempt me as well. But there's only really a few players that I wouldn't consider. Of course, with Frankie de Jong and Araujo, they don't want to renew. If Frankie de Jong or Araujo do not renew, that can be a big get out of jail free card from Barcelona. That way, they don't have to sell a player that they actually want to keep, that actually wants to stay there as well. Because of course, they don't renew, you gotta get rid of them, and that can be, you know, a big way out for Barcelona. So keep an eye on their futures as well. But I'd rather keep both of them than Raphinha. So I understand what the club's perspective is. The most important thing for me in this situation that they are asking for a fair price for him. I'm not going to say, oh, they're desperate for cash, they'll let him go for 50 or 60 million. That would be a big no for me. But if a good offer comes in, we will wait and see how things do turn out. But again, Barcelona do intend and are open to selling Raphinha this summer if the right offer is made. Now, one position that is on Barcelona's radar this summer is the future and planning of the left-back position. And Alex Pentel from Relevo has come out saying that Barcelona are also in the market for a left-back if FFP permits. Currently, Xavi only has Alejandro Balde as his fixed player in that position. Of course, there are options. Firstly, Alex Valle has a few chances of counting at Barcelona, but having lost prominence at Levante in recent months does not really help him. Of course, Barcelona have already informed Marcos Alonso that they're not going to renew his contract. He's probably off to Atletico Madrid. Joao Cancelo's future remains open and anything can happen. The coaching staff is not clear about him after his recent performances. Hector Fort is an option for the left despite him being a natural right back. I think Hector Fort, of course, will stay in the first, will stay with Barca Athletic next season. He'll bounce between that and the first team. Him and Mark Guiu, I think, will kind of be in that role. So he will be there as a third option, but who's going to be that second option is the question. I'm surprised that Sergi Cardona is not mentioned here as a free agent. I don't know if he's already going to be off to somewhere. I haven't seen any reports about him. I knew that back in January, February, Atletico Madrid were very keen on him, but now Atletico Madrid are signing Alonso. They could get two left backs. I have no idea, but he could be a good option, especially on a free transfer as well. So we'll wait and see. I think if the Alex Valle kind of hype dies down, that I have no idea what the club will do. I think the club will actually probably dive into the market because they want to have, if they do kick Cancelo, he'll be kind of, you know, a backup option, but he'll be primarily for right back alongside Julian Araujo. So, you know, some things could happen here. So again, with Raphinha, you go back to Raphinha, you say, oh, you sell him for 80, you spend 20, you spend 60 on Zubimendi, 20 on a backup left back with, you know, great talent that can actually push and have coverage and competition with Alejandro Balde. raises doubts in your minds. Anyways, we'll wait and see what happens in the left half position. Again, not a priority per se for Barcelona. They do have, multiple options, but definitely one to watch this summer. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. The only update that we do have is on the contract renewal of Pau Cuarsi. Now, Ivan San Antonio from Sport has come out saying that Pau Cuarsi's contract renewal is imminent. The negotiations have gone so well that it could be closed by this week or even next week, but it won't be later than that. So I would say, this is, Thursday, May the 9th, in the next week, I would expect an announcement of the renewal of Pau Cuarsi. Mateo Marito has come out saying that it's not 100% decided whether Pau Cuarsi's contract renewal will be a 5-year or a 6-year deal, but the negotiation is almost sealed and it's just a matter of time. Again, never in doubt. I think it's all just about the structural plan of the contract, the clauses as well, his role in the team. Probably next season will be a first-team player. So, I think I don't think he's a guaranteed starter next season per se, but definitely could earn his way through preseason injuries and, Xavi trusting him as well, being a good partner with Araujo per se. I'm not quite too sure. It's done well this season. It's also done very poorly, so, take away what you will. But renewing Cuarsi, absolutely essential, and that now opens the door for, of course, 4 exits at the back. Your Inigos, your Longlets, your Eric Garcias as well. But, of course, Pau Cuarsi, sensational renewal. One of the best, if not the best, ball-playing center back I've seen since PK. So big shoes to fill, but of course massive renewal for Barcelona. Then the final topic that I wanted to discuss before I end off this video is to give you guys an update on the contract renewal with Nike, and things are developing very well, and of course in the favor of Barcelona as well. Fernando Polo and Roberto of Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona hope to close the agreement with Nike this month. They are advancing in the negotiation to make Barcelona's shirt the highest paid in the market. The new contract would include a sign-on bonus, an increase in the fixed part per year, and also advantages in online selling and manufacturing. This is just nothing short of an absolute João Laporta masterclass. Someone please, if you're bored, clip up what I've been saying about Nike and Puma in like February and March, and then come back to here and just see the development of what João Laporta has done with this negotiation. He even came out in the exclusive interview with Mundo Deportivo saying we're taking Nike to court to break the contract. And now a month later, Nike are offering us the biggest contract in manufacturing sports history. It's just brilliant work by Prezi, and I cannot wait for this deal to get over the line and get that 100 million bonus. Will be very nice for FFP, of course. Now, speaking about Nike and the new kits, the third kit images have been leaked again. This is now 80% completion of the kit, and it was leaked, of course, by Memorabilia on Twitter. I'm quite so when I first saw the kit concept, I thought the Nike logo being upside down was kind of just, an editing mistake, or just kind of there just to make it look different. But that's actually how it's gonna look. That Nike logo will be upside down per se, or slanted. It looks kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Color wise, scheme wise, it's alright. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, I wouldn't say it's crap. It's alright. But that Nike logo is looking very weird, I'm not going to lie. Now, of course, this kit will be released at some point in September as well. So we have June the 20th, home kit. I think away kit will probably come out a week or two after that. Third kit will come out in September. But this is how it's going to look, that kind of lime green color, dark lime green color. The Nike logo being upside down as well, which I think is a bit weird. Now, finally, just very quick update, sidetrack. I just don't want to get into a new segment. It's not worth getting into a new segment over. But on the stadium where Barcelona will be playing next season, there are reports suggesting that Barcelona have informed UEFA that they will use 2 stadiums in the Champions League next season. First at the Montjuic, and then, of course, the Spotify Camp Nou. So I think we'll probably play the Camp Nou in the knockout rounds of the Champions League, but we'll probably finish the group stages in the Champions League at the Montjuic. So as long as we survive, new stadium, Champions League games, hopefully we can get some sort of atmosphere going, 60,000 capacity, give or take. So that would be a big bonus for us. So stay tuned for that. Probably the same thing in La Liga as well. Again, on the third kit, this is how it will look, and that new contract renewal with Nike is very close. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything you discussed. The main thing I want to see, of course, is your thoughts on the reinforcement of a pivot. Who do you think Barcelona will end up signing? Of course, alongside Guido Rodriguez, it will be Zubimendi, Kimmich, maybe another name that we mentioned, Amadou Onana, a Pfeiffer, whatever the case may be. Thirdly, your thoughts on the left wing position. What would you do? Would you keep Felix? Would you bring back Ansu? Would you sign Nico Williams, Dani Olmo? Sign both Dani Olmo and Nico Williams, bin both Felix and Ansu. Let me know what you do in that, left wing dilemma. Thirdly, your thoughts on, of course, the sale of Raphinha. What price would you sell him for? Would you even sell him in general? And finally, your thoughts on that third kit as well, on the design, on the color schemes, also on that Nike logo as well. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barça.